Hey everybody, Adam Payne here coming at you from Central Japan. Hope this video finds you well. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about something which is very fundamental when it comes to making money online. It's something that when you hear about it is kind of obvious, but then it really begs the question, why do so many people get it wrong or just not do it right from the start? And if you fail to do this, then you may as well kiss this whole making money lark goodbye. Now, there are going to be certain people that watch this video that this does not apply to. If you are already successfully and consistently making a decent income online, then this isn't for you because you've already discovered this. It's not really a secret, but this concept, and you've applied it. But for those of you that are brand new, who are struggling, that have been online for a while but aren't making any money, I think this is going to be something that you should really listen carefully to. And you probably heard it before. But if you heard it before and you've not applied it, then you need to go back and apply it. Now, what most people do is they focus so much on traffic. Now, I'm known for YouTube, and YouTube is, of course, a traffic source, but it's also a place where you can, build your brand. It's a place where you can become known and a whole bunch of other things. But you've got to be known for something. You've got to build your brand in something. And before you even worry about traffic, before you worry about buying gimmicks or softwares or creating squeeze pages or landing pages or building a website, you need to identify a niche or a niche. Now, the problem that a lot of people do is that they don't really understand the concept of niches or niches, and they go way too wide. Somebody today on chat was saying that they were in the health niche. Well, the health is not a niche, it's a market. Well, within health, you've got a ton of things, such as weight loss. Now, to me, weight loss is not a niche, it's a market. What people tend to do is they tend to spread themselves too thin. To be successful, the first step is to identify a narrow group of people that have a very strong pain point or a problem or a desire that you can either solve or help them with. And once you've identified that, then you can move forward. So let's kind of take the whole health thing. Whether it's health, whether it's relationships, whether it's making money online, whether it's survival, whether it's gambling, all of these things are way too general. You need to choose one big market. You don't want to go really obscure. You want to choose a big market that has a lot of competition, because competition will validate you and it will also give you something to measure yourself against. And then within that big market, you want to go way further down. So you might start with health. You then may go to weight loss, but then within weight loss, you have morbidly obese teenagers. You have people that want to lose weight after giving birth to a baby. You have people that want a six-pack, people that want to lose tummy fat, people that want to get six-pack abs. They're all completely different people. They all have different pain points and different desires, different end goals. So you can't market to all of them because your message is going to get lost. You need to pick one of these people. So your niche may be, I'm not sure, it could be weight loss for pregnant mothers, or it could be weight loss for people that have just given birth. It could be, for me, for example, I'm in the video marketing game, but even video marketing is really too big, because within video marketing, you've got people that are known for video creation, people that are known for video ads, people that are known for SEO. And whatever niche you're in, at one point you're going to have to write emails, you're going to have to write landing pages, you're going to have to write Facebook posts, blog articles, content. And if you're just too broad, it's not really targeting anybody. One of my things that I'm doing now is I'm making a site called Video Marketing Insider. Now, when I come to write the sales page, if I try and target every single person that may like to use video online, it's going to get a mixed message. I'm going to attract a lot of the wrong people. So I'll need to have, multiple angles, perhaps even multiple sales pages, ones that, target complete beginners, ones that target people that just want to rank, ones that target people that just want to do affiliate marketing, ones that want to create videos and sell them to clients. They're all completely different people, and you really need to clearly identify your niche. So for now, forget about traffic, forget about creating content or softwares or pages. You need to really identify a niche. Now, a lot of you may have a starting point, Think of something that resonates with you, something you've got experience or passion about. And that may be nothing, but for a lot of you, that may be something. I know somebody in my Beers of Adam Facebook group, one of their interests was, connected to the outdoors. So you start off with maybe survival, then you go into the outdoors, then you kind of go into gardening, and then maybe you go down to organic gardening or, vegetable growing. You may even go even deeper, and maybe, you're the cucumber growing master and your niche is cucumber growing. But every message that you create, then every bit of content you create, you can really, brand yourself as the master cucumber grower, in North America or in Europe. But if you just try and go way too wide, your message is going to get mixed. So this is something that you really need to do. You need to identify a group of people that have a problem and then, work from there. Now, one thing you can do is you can just use Google. Now, you can just type in something like, let's just type in how to grow, not even how to grow potatoes comes up. So I could click on how to grow potatoes. But let's just, so growing potato growing could be a niche within gardening. That could be your area of expertise. Now, your audience may not be on Facebook, they may not be on YouTube, but they're going to be out there somewhere. And only then will you decide which form of media you will use to attract them. But what you can use, this is a great way for getting ideas if you're stuck, is you can use what's called the asterisk trick. So I've got how to grow, and I'm on a Mac, so it's going to be Shift A. And I'm going to hit this, and asterisk comes up. And then I just hit enter. Now what this does, this gives me all of the how to grow phrases on Google in a specific order. So for example, how to grow. Then we've got how to grow zucchini, how to grow healthy hydrangeas, how to grow orchids indoors, how to grow basil, how to grow asparagus. Now if I'm a keen gardener, this could be a great way for me to do some research and go and see what kind of stuff is out there, what kind of niches. And then I may decide, I want to be the expert on growing asparagus. Now that may seem like something small, but I guarantee with 6 billion people in the world, there's more than a handful that probably want to learn how to grow asparagus. Now if I even go back to the top and I just put in asparagus, how to grow asparagus, 5.9 million searches. If I put this in quotations, enter, we can see that there are 475,000 websites, bits of content which are optimized for the phrase how to grow asparagus. This one's ranking #1 for me in Japan, this one, but good job, maybe different for you. But don't ever think that something like how to grow asparagus is too vague. It could be a great starting point, and you can just do a lot of research. Now, what you want to do then, once you've found something like this, you're thinking, right, I want to target asparagus growers. You need to go out there and you need to find the top websites in your niche. So if we've got one here, for example, we click on this, and this is rodalesorganiclife.com. So you want to do some maybe research on the top sites and kind of see, try and find as much as you can about their audience. So Rodale's Organic Life. So they're targeting people into organic gardening. So let's open up a new tab, and I want to show you some resources. Now, I'm not going to go through and do a click, copy, paste kind of job on how to use them, but one resource you can use is Quantcast. Now, a lot of websites are not on Quantcast, but a lot of websites are, especially the big ones. So you can find, the most trafficked websites in your niche. You've got to create an account with Quantcast. Let me see. I'm just going to try and log in. Got my password here, so I'll pause the video a second. So you create a free account, you can log in, and then what you can basically do is you can just paste websites at the top, and you can see if they've got the Quantcast tag enabled. Now, many of them won't. They will just say no data. But sometimes you'll get data back, and it will start telling you the basics of the readership of that website. So you'll get to know if they're predominantly male or female, their age range, their ethnicity, geographic location, and you can start building up a profile of the readership of that website, and you can then go through a bunch of websites and start to find out who your customer avatar is. Now, Quantcast will only give you basic demographics. What you can also do is you can go, so let's go to organic gardening forums, and you can go into forums and you can register. If necessary. You don't have to post a lot, but you can just kind of go in and see what questions people have got. Find out a lot more about certain topics. Look, updated 41 minutes ago, yesterday. You want to find active forums and just start. You can befriend people in forums, and you can actually private message them and say, look, would you mind being interviewed? You can ask them questions, why are they interested? What are their goals? What difficulties do they have with growing stuff? You can do all of this without having a list. You may have to PayPal them, $20. Some of them may even agree to get on Skype with you. You can outsource this as well. You can pay an outsourcer to reach out to people and have them submit questionnaires or do interviews. And all this intel that you gather will tell you about the pain points that these people are having. You can find media kits. So what I can do is I can go to a website called magazines.com, for example. You can do just regular Google searches if you want. But magazines.com will tell you the print magazines that are available for specific keywords. So if I just type in, for example, organic gardening and press enter, I'll hopefully get some magazines. Now sometimes if it's too obscure I might not. There's probably not a magazine on growing asparagus. But look, there are all these magazines from this keyword. So if I go to kitchen garden or country gardens, as an example, go back to Google, I can just switch it to google.com, not Google Japan, and I can type in kitchen garden magazine, and then I want to also add the expression media kit and press enter. And again, this is all our research. This is way before, creating a YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff and making videos and squeeze pages and traffic and gimmicks that you're sold in your inbox. And I want to see if I can find media kits. Now, media kits are basically PDFs which magazines will print, and they will tell you about the readership of the magazine. People are actually paying money to get this magazine delivered to their door or to their inbox if it's electronic. Somebody's paying for it, you think they're interested in it. So I could click on this one, kitchen garden here. And sometimes these media kits will just give you data like, for example, how much it costs to advertise. And in that case, you just go back to Google and do another search. So this may or may not bring up any data that we can use, but it tells you all about the magazine. Look, things that people like, statistics. Look, £16 million, so it's British, was spent in the last 12 months or more. Look, the demographics. The average age is 49 years old. 42% male, 58% female, not a big difference. 1 in 4 have an income in excess of £40,000, $60,000, $70,000, above the UK average. So these people have got money to spend. They got children, 90% have kids. They get their kids involved in gardening. So perhaps, you can start coming up with ideas on kids-related gardening stuff. And you do all this kind of intel and research, and you find out if there's enough information and enough demand for your niche. And I think in this case, organic vegetable growing, and further on down the line we could maybe just do asparagus, but organic vegetable growing is a big niche. So if I was to take organic vegetable gardening and then focus only on tomatoes or only on asparagus or only on lettuce, whatever it is, as a starting point, and again I would have to do my research to decide which fruit or vegetable would be the one to go with. Then I know I've validated that there's a market, I know there's competition, I know there's a need, I know the demographics of my potential audience, and then I can go ahead and I can create what's called a customer avatar, and I can give my audience them a name. They're female, so I could say, okay, it's Jane. Jane's a 49-year-old mother of 2 who lives in Birmingham in the UK. And then through interviewing and looking at forums and getting to know about these people, I find out what Jane's problems are, her pain points are, her desires are. Build up this profile of Jane. Then, and only then, I can start creating some content which is designed to attract Jane. And that content can be in the form of blog posts. Again, it's going to take ages for me to create a site from scratch and SEO it on Google, but you've got to start somewhere. I've got my content. I can then create a YouTube channel if my audience is on YouTube and start sending traffic from videos to my blog. Can start creating a lead magnet. Now, what kind of lead magnet will I create? Well, I'll have to do some research and find out what people want. I may have to go on to Freelancer, pay somebody $100 to interview Janes that they find on forums and find out what Janes are struggling with. Then I create a lead magnet. Or I could just, get the interviews together and, reword them so names are kept anonymous and offer that as an opt-in. Start building. Only then does traffic come into it and does email come into it. But you can't just say, oh, my niche is weight loss, my niche is make money online, my niche is health, my niche is relationships, because, there are way too many people in that. So I hope you've got some ideas and some, good stuff from this video. please let me know in the comments below the video, and the large majority of you will probably have been redirected here from an email at first. So again, you know, if you've got a niche, fine, but if you don't, if you're struggling, if you're all over the shop, this is going to be a good starting point for you. The asterisk trick is a great way, and just going back to Google to show you a little bit more with this asterisk trick, you can just put asterisks first. So for example, reduce. Okay, let's say reduce. Actually, that's not a good example because we need more in there. So I could put how to asterisks, and there's going to be tons of stuff that's going to come up. How to geek, how to become your dream career, how to use the Shinkansen, how to give attribution, how to enable JavaScript, how to for beginners, how to learn crochet, how to knit, how to make a website. These are all niches. Again, guitar, even teaching the guitar is too wide, because you know, who are you going to be teaching? Somebody that's been playing for 20 years, or somebody that's just picked up their guitar for their first time? They're two completely different people. So you've got to spend time, put in effort to do this research. It isn't overnight. It will take you a while, but the benefits are definitely worth it. Again, okay, so I'm going to stop now. Please give me a like. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do that as well. And just let me know if you've got any value from this video. Cheers, and I'll see you soon.